Good morning. Thank you for joining me again. This is Wat Doi Sapphanyu. This is right up on the point of this hillside, not the four large Buddha images, but this is the pagoda at the far end. I want to have a chat with you today about how I have taken a transition into contentment when I came into Thailand and how I live my life now. I want to talk to you a little bit about that because I know, for one, Lynn has been asking for a little bit more background, and hopefully what I'm going to talk to you about here will be a step towards understanding how somebody as a foreigner can come to Thailand and find that peace. Throughout my life, I've enjoyed opening the cupboard door, clearing out what is not currently needed, opening the door and thinking, what a load of rubbish in there. I have a difficulty personally of closing that cupboard door without making a decision as to whether something's got to be thrown away, changed, whether I've got to put something back in it, and as to whether I should have anything in there in the first place. Perhaps you have opened a cupboard door, hopefully you're following this analogy of the cupboard door, that you've opened the door and closed it and thought, nah, keep it in there. Maybe it's a skeleton now. But I am not one for keeping something in a cupboard for old time's sake. I am for opening that cupboard door, throwing it out and moving on. Why have something in a cupboard? Why keep something just for the sake of keeping it in the cupboard? Now, many years ago, I observed, I think I found an observation that life to me was like an onion. The outside was sometimes needing to be peeled, sometimes a little bit rotten. It was old and tired, and there was the skin on the outside that didn't let you into the flesh. After all, an onion grows from the middle. And unless you peel that skin, unless you peel that rot and that aged, tired stuff away, you don't get to see the onion, the beauty of that onion inside. And therefore, if I were to liken my life to that onion analogy, by peeling away and throwing, without mixing these metaphors too much, throwing that stuff out of the cupboard, clearing it out, without peeling off those outer layers of the onion, you don't get to see what the real person is inside. Now, after you have found that flesh on the inside of the onion, you can really appreciate, really understand what is in the middle. Life events for me, whether it was leaving home, changing jobs, changing job roles, a life, soul partner dying, transitioning, coming to Thailand. These life events have actually been a catalyst for me to open those cupboard doors, to peel back the layers of that onion and see what's on the inside and assess what's actually important to me. Now, times change. If we were to stay as we were mentally, thinking that there were important things in our lives at the age of 20 that must remain those priorities throughout your life, then we would never grow. We'd never experience new territories. We'd never experience new thoughts, new feelings. So to throw those old feelings away, throw those old values and old priorities away, open the cupboard, throw it out, unpeel the onion skin, see the middle. It's so important for us to do so. Otherwise we don't see ourselves. And we don't see ourselves as we are now. When I opened the cupboard door on this occasion, I identified the value of factors that made me happy. Factors that I wanted to recognise that made me content. And I found 4. There may be others, but really these 4 are the important 4 factors. Number 1, love. Trust, respect, and acceptance of me for who I am. Now those 4 factors deliver, if found, if embraced, happiness, contentment. These 4 values, amazingly, were obvious to us, Nataporn and I, in the first 3 months of us meeting. It's what immediately bonded us. And when we moved here, and I recognised that there were so many hurdles I needed to climb in order to see the future, hope for a future here. These 4 I recognise as the ones that actually get me through this. Nataporn helped me understand this new planet that I, as an alien, and for all intents and purposes legally that's what I am here, an alien. She helped me understand through close-up, personal, hands-on, individual and intimate relationships within the family, how these interact with each other, how Thai, I want to say culture, but it's not the right word in this, how Thainess in a family is so different to certainly the family I had experience of, and I think many families throughout the world. So different. So what Nataporn did was, with her patience, endless patience, she allowed me, she educated me, she opened the curtains on this magical Thainess so that I could embrace it, so that I could understand it. At the same time being protected because she was by my side. She enabled me to see how I could rely on those 4 factors: the love, the trust, to help me through this. And be able to remain a respected individual, somebody who could interact with people and could have a purpose in life and understand me. You know, opening the cupboard, throwing all of the old stuff out, was in actual fact throwing the Western culture out of me. opening the cupboard and throwing all that rubbish out was essential in order to find myself here. If I'd not thrown that rubbish out, I'd been throwing rubbish out for years, but if I hadn't thrown that rubbish out when I moved here and hung on to the Western values, hung on to the Western necessities for everything that a Western environment would give to me, of the quality, of the level, of the amounts, of the styles, the relationship types of Western people, I would never have felt my contentment that I feel today. Because I parked all of that Western stuff, I'm actually able to relax. I'm actually able to be part of a family that shows me kindness, that shows me how, as a Westerner, you're a foreigner, and shows me how, if I get rid of that Western cloak, I can be accepted as me, as an individual, me, respected as me, trusted as me, loved as me. Wow. Stunning, stunning scenery from up here. You can see the Wang Valley over there. It goes on through to Win, and this is the main temple complex on the other side of the hill here. Wow. I can see some nursery gardens on the mountains over there, the white strips that you see in the cleared forest, hill tribes growing flowers to sell at markets to earn money. Wow. A few farmers out here burning rubbish, burning off some stubble, I'm sure, from previous crops. There's still not a lot of water about, so many farmers have not been able to plant their rice. Some got in early and stole water whilst it was available, but now the rains haven't been enough. And you know, behind my home, only half the area has been filled with water. Many of the paddies are dry still, so they can't plant the seedlings on to become rice plants. I get feedback from people telling me that they're thinking of retiring in 5-10 years time, or maybe coming to Thailand to live in the future. I've got a buddy behind me. You know, and I cannot stress this strongly enough. If you want to make that decision and come to Thailand, you can make a home here. You need to adjust. You need to find your level, you need to find your balance. But it's possible to make a life here. You can get caught up in all of the bar scene, you get caught up in all the high-so social events that maybe mirror some of the Western culture type lifestyles that people have. But if you just find that, what I've talked about with Buddhism before, the middle way, just live not beyond your means. Don't live too poorly. Don't suffer too much pain, but just live the middle way. You can find a very, very comfortable life here. And, you know, you can enjoy life. And for those people who are saying retire to Thailand, yeah, you can retire and see your days out here. You'll probably see more days here than I would suggest in your own country, because of the reduced stress, because of the climate, the social climate, the personal satisfaction that you get from being free of those Western values. Bid you farewell, and hope you can leave me a comment below. Check the description and give me a thumbs up. If you've not subscribed already, please do, and check back regularly. I try to publish once, twice a week, and if you like this video and the recent ones, I'm sure you're going to like the future videos too. Till next time, take care, bye bye.